Okay, so here's a video that's been long awaited. I haven't had time to really do anything, or any video wise. I haven't had time to film it or have the time to upload it for 24 hours straight of it sitting there waiting to load. Anyway, I'm gonna do a little fairly quick go around of everything that's kind of changed since last video, which was, I don't even know what it was about, and it was probably a really long time ago. So anyway, lots of new stuff, lots and lots of new stuff in the shop, equipment, vehicles, stuff like that. Anyway, we'll start here. So this is the welder I got a while ago. I did a video on this 300 amp machine and a 200 amp power source, or constant voltage CV power source. Has a spool gun. I got, that's the old style spool, Matic 3. Finally found on Craigslist. Finally found an S22 feeder with the Bernard gun. Not the center fire gun, but which I'd like to have, but this one's just as good. Does the job. That was like 400 bucks, so I got a steal on that. Really good shape too. I mean, this has only got a few hours on it, and that was before I got it, and I haven't put that many more hours on it since then, but anyway. And then I made, this was, if you guys remember, that was mounted on top of there, and that cart probably weighed close to 800 to 1,000 pounds with the welder, the TIG cooler, and the tanks. So I made this other little cart just out of some angle iron I had kicking around. Got some tires from Princess Auto and some casters, and painted up Rust-Oleum Safety Blue is the closest match I could find to Miller. It's a little bit lighter, but it's a cart. It's not a, I just did the top out of the wood, and I can screw everything down to it and save a little weight there. Let's see what else. New chop saw. The Axial Glide Bosch saw. Awesome saw. If you don't have a sliding miter saw and you're going to get one, pay the extra few dollars for it and get the 12-inch, the Axial Glide. The 10-inch is like $80 less or something. It's a total waste of time. You might as well eat this so you can cut 4x4s and shit with it. It's unbelievably smooth. You go to that, you use this, you'll never go back to the standard sliding saw ever again. Continuing on, I got this coming in. It's kind of a loft separation wall. That one's got a window in it. It goes all the way up. Then there'll be a second wall that goes down over there. I'll show you in a minute why I have that and the whole idea behind that. As you can probably see, I don't have any lights in here yet. I haven't found any, but it's just the light I had kicking around, threw it up there. A little bit of a mess because I'm kind of reorganizing, doing whole shop deal, but general bench grinder, 8-inch. I got that for, well, it's a bench grinder you're going to need at some point in time, and I did have a purpose for it, which I'll show you now. I did get a lathe. Nothing fancy, you know, not, it was a decent price. And for the stuff I'm going to do with it, it's more than I mean, you know, everyone wants the bigger one, but I couldn't find an old one that hadn't been just hammered on. I mean, there was so much play and slop in them that I wasn't going to be able to do anything with them, so I went and got it new. Digital readout, got that thrown in. Yeah, awesome machine. I personally prefer the carbide inserts than sharpening high-speed steel. It's just, I still have high-speed steel bits that I sharpen for specialty little things and things like that. And you know, what do I got here? I got a keychain I made. Nothing too fancy, just kind of a flywheel sort of idea with some holes drilled in it. other than that, I've done all kinds of repair projects for friends and friends of friends, and fixed boat alignment, shaft alignment tools, and just it's a lathe, right? So anything around that'll go fit on it. Got some other tools here. It's, like I said, it's kind of a mess, but some extra tool holders, a nice set of US made bits, fractional letter and number, dial gauge, some aluminum stock I have. This is a piece of brass, I believe. And what else you got going on here? Yeah, came with 4-jaw chuck, nothing too fancy. I want to get a 6-jaw, just a 12-inch faceplate. Assorted round stock and DOM tubing now I've got collected for the last little bit here. So yeah, that's why this is being put in, to seal this off, so because that'll be eventually an entire welding shop over there. And I'm gonna build a big, I'll probably just go with a 4x8 welding table. I would like to do a 5x10. We'll see how it goes. It'll be either 1 inch or 1.25 inch top, all bolted down and everything. But the whole idea is this will be all sealed off. That way, grinding particles like the shavings and stuff, and the abrasive, you get it on the way. I mean, there's a little bit of sawdust here I gotta clean off, but it gets on the ways, it will wear shit out fast. It's brutal. It's like running equipment, it would be like running your entire shop in the middle of the desert. It's just not good for it. It will wear out your ways, it'll wear out anything that's precision machining, it will wear out. So that'll all be sealed off. I'll just have some of those flap doors, the plastic they have for refrigeration, and I'll do the same thing all across there, just keep dust from stuff up there. What else we got going on over here? Bench grinder, stuff like that. Recent purchase I made not too long ago that I've been saving for and wanting to get for quite a long time, is an ATV. After some long searching and a few test drives, quality lights right there. Anyway, I settled on the Honda 420. This is the Canadian Trail Edition, so it's independent front and rear, which only thing I find that it's hard on, you go down a logging road that's got the cutouts, the ditch is cutting them to keep the road from washing out and stuff. You hit those hard, it will bottom out. Well, it won't bottom out, but they'll bottom out a lot easier than the solid axle machines. As soon as you get into rock and climbing over rock and stuff, I've passed solid axle machines all day long. And the thing with the Hondas is they're narrow. They're a lot smaller quad than some of like the 700s, Arctic Cats and Can-Ams and Polarises and stuff. They're narrower and you can get in a lot tighter places. So if you're looking to get off the trail and literally go through the bush, the Honda's the way to go. And 5-speed transmission, automotive style. So you got, fluid, the engine oil, the clutch discs and everything are running the engine oil. So you just have to be careful with the engine oil you use, as some of them will affect the clutch life. Fuel injected 420. Awesome quad. Had no problems. It'll tops out about 80. Because it doesn't have a low range, so first gear is your low range, and it's very low. Automatic or electronic shift. Everything's on your handlebars. Nice thing with the Hondas, there's not many quads out there that your rear brake is on your handlebar also, along with being on the foot. You can't see it there. Made this little front carrier, just a piece of plywood. This is just temporary, just for some dry storage. I'll eventually make a nice diamond plate aluminum box and everything, but just some U-bolts, and then this toolbox was 40 bucks. Awesome toolbox. I just grabbed it on a whim. I saw it waterproof, perfect. That'll fit on the quad. Stanley Fat Max, US made. It's got a silicone seal all the way around. awesome box. If you're going to use this as an actual toolbox, it does have a little nifty feature here. It's got this groove formed into it, or you can, you know, put pipe or something in there and cut it, pull PVC or whatever you want. Or acts as a bit of a workbench too. It's nice. And then I just screwed it down to the plywood. Had no problems. You know, fit a couple jackets. I fit a lot of stuff in here. You know, I usually take, you know, 4 pairs of insulated gloves. Then you can rotate. One pair gets wet and you can throw them in there. And by the end of the day, you still have a dry pair of gloves you can wear to get back. Some fire starting material, insurance papers, stuff like that. And then I just have this milk crate just zap strapped on the back here for tow ropes, small jerry can of gas that I usually use before I go to the big one, because that one's a little easier to get into the tank. And then big jerry can. I only run Supreme. You can run regular, but Supreme, you know, for the amount of gas you use in a quad, just run Supreme. It's just better on it. Overall, it's just better. So yeah, that was my big purchase. One of the big purchases. So another purchase I've made that's well overdue. I think I did a video on my old truck, 98 2500 extended cab long box, GMC 6.5 diesel, 5-speed. Awesome truck. Just needed something just wasn't going to be able to pull what I wanted to and do the long road trips I wanted to do without having to worry about little things going wrong. It had 410s in it, and it did not like the highway. So anyway, went and found this guy. This is a 07.5 GMC 2500. Here's the old tires off it. Don't buy 20s. 20s are the biggest piece of shit on earth. Horrible ride, horrible ride. Anyway, yeah, short box, extended cab. I like the extended cab a lot more. I don't like the 4-doors. I don't like the looks of them. Anyway, it's got 5-inch exhaust all the way through. It had a muffler on it when I got it. Then it rusted out, so I just took it out, replaced a piece of pipe. Really is no louder at all. These turbos quiet the truck down quite a bit. XD series rims, 18s with Truxas MTs. I don't recommend these tires. I got them really cheap from a buddy that they didn't end up fitting in his Dodge. So miserable fucking tires to balance. Don't buy them. Anyway, I finally got them balanced. Fronts are balanced good, backs are balanced enough. Anyway, got the whole black and white theme going on here with a little touch of aluminum here. As you can see, I got my fuel transfer tank I've repainted and put in. This is not the one from my old truck. That was an L-shaped tank and it wasn't going to fit in the short box. Diamond plate tailgate cover. Had the plastic one, diesel spilt on and turned it all into warped bacon. Riveted on. You could use self-tapping screws, but I just like the rivets a lot more. A little cleaner looking. Side rails, headache rack. I find they finish off the truck. It's the LMM Duramax, variable vane turbo. And I have put a module on it to control as an exhaust brake. Works better than a Cummins because it'll slow you right down almost to 0. GFX package, so instead of your wood, you got kind of a carbon fiber look going on here. Alpine radio. Other than that, I got my Sirius radio just set in the console there. From the last road trip I went on. I just like running that, and it's cheap and it's a peace of mind in the winter. It keeps any non-winter fuel from gelling. Yeah, hard hat, just basic stuff, you know, coats, safety, high-vis vests. Usually wear the blue one when if you're working on the rail line. I don't know what it is in the US. They don't like you wearing anything with this green color or red. because they can chains can mistaken it, or conductors can mistake it for, you know, green or red signs, stop or go signs, right? So they prefer to have the orange and the kind of yellow color, or orange. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen these, they're Carhartt seat covers, same material as the Carhartt clothing, water repellent, awesome seat covers. They're not cheap, but they are definitely, they hold up very well. Other than that, this does have a 6-inch lift in it. I wouldn't go any higher. Enough room for 35s. I would not go any higher. Any higher, you just get, it's stupid, and that you can't do anything with it. Welder I picked up almost a year ago, just an old Hobart. I use it for heavy stick welding and gouging. Gouger works 1,000 times. I used it once on my power 300 amp machine, just plug-in 230 machine. I didn't like running it on there. It's very hard on the fine amperage control. So I went and got an engine-driven guy for, I think, $600 or $700 for this thing. Still runs great. I don't know how many hours is on it. Stopped working at 999 hours, and it hasn't moved from there. So anyway, that's a 200 amp, 210 amp machine. So another thing machine I got was a PowerMax 65 plasma cutter, the Duramax torch, which is in the other side of the shop, and it's put away and locked up and stuff. So other than that, other little project I got going on here is, I don't know if I had any videos of that stupid lean-to I had built there. We built it, oh god, it must have been 5 years ago now. It was just kind of a temporary thing to have some shade in the summer, and then it never came down. It just stayed up. So yeah, I ripped that down, cleaned up all along here. There's gonna be probably a 14 by 16 shed going in here, and then I'm gonna probably build it up into this kind of an L shape. I was thinking. I still got to see how it's all going to fit and everything. So yeah, I don't know what else we got going on. I think that was pretty much it. Just have a heat dish. We have radiant heat flooring, but I'd rather just have the heat dish in there. It's radiant heat flooring is kind of expensive to run if the doors are left open all the time. The furnace is always going, or not the furnace, boiler always going. It gets a little expensive on the gas bill. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of a mess. But I'll show you the window I put in. This is just a piece of plexiglass I had laying around from another project. Framed it in with 2x4 standard. You know, if you look here, it's pretty much the same way you'd frame a house. You know, you have your top studs there and your king studs, your bottom plate and top plate and all that good shit. But instead of having a window frame that fit into the 2x4s, I basically built the opening to fit the plexiglass. I didn't cut the plexiglass whatsoever. Got some 1x2s. I bought several of these. They're awesome for just little, you cut them on an angle and you use them for shims and stuff. Nice to have around. Just sandwiched it the 1/8 inch plexi in between there. Screwed it down. Just laid it out. I went 1.5 inches in, and then middle, and then your space between your center and your outside screw, split it in half, and that's how I came up with 5 screws. Along, you can get, that'll basically give you 5 screws on any length, right? And any length. Yeah. Makita drills I've had for a while. They've probably been in other videos. Awesome drills. Makita fan myself. The only reason I got the Bosch was because of the glide arm on here. It's really smooth. So, alright, well, that's a 20-minute video, so I think we'll call that one good. Got lots covered. Hopefully I'll get into doing some more videos now and then. Like I said, I've just been working non-stop, so lots and lots of work. eventually this whole shop, the idea is this whole shop will be dedicated machinists, welding sort of deal. All this wood will be out of here. That'll all be in the shed. Seasonal stuff like sleeping bags, shit like that. That'll all be stuck away in the shed. Out of sight, out of mind. And this will be purely people can come in with projects, repairs, and I can take care of them. Next big tool on the list down the road, once I start getting some extra cash rolling in from doing stuff, welding projects and repairs and stuff, will be a milling machine. It's kind of like the final little last piece of the puzzle to do machining and stuff like that. I have gotten away with it for quite a while now, and I've made do without them. And then way down the road, I would like to get a CNC plasma table. That way I can really get into some production stuff. When plasma cutting, I've made some pretty insane stuff just use like 1/8 inch composite, trace it out, cut that out, and you can run the plasma cutter along there and it doesn't burn. Well, it burns if you hold it there long enough, but it takes the heat a lot better. And I've had no problem using that. I've cut out lugging for buckets, quick change lugging, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, yeah. Other than that, you know, this is the free pair of ramps I got thrown in with the quad, a whole $250, but you know, free's free, so that's all I can say. Yeah. Anyway, I'll got more stuff to do today, so I'll take off here. Maybe do a more in-depth video on the truck if anybody wants. If not, I'll just drive it. So yeah. All right. Well. Have a good rest of your year. Good Christmas. It is December. I don't know when this will be actually uploaded, but we'll see what happens. If it takes 24 hours, it takes 24 hours. We'll see you next year. Take care.